Hi, I'm Nicolina Moon.
And I'm Rob Davies.
And we're here at the 2017 Toronto Pokemon TCG. Apologies for jumping straight into this game. We got kind of a bumpy start, but we wanted to bring you the game so you didn't miss any of it. So here we've got a match between Jacob Lesage and Miguel Valancourt. Jake is playing Night March. Miguel is also playing Vital Darkrai.
I think it's more of a Speed Dark variant.
Yeah, he looks like he only has one Evital. Yeah, it's mostly.
I don't know if there's an intimidation factor here. Miguel is a new player from Montreal. Really nice man. I met him before the round. And Jay is on fire this year. He's accomplishments are.
Jay's having a great season so far. Yeah, he's definitely hoping he can carry that out, continue his stellar performance in this tournament today. So I guess we'll see if he can pull that off. So it looks like Jay went first. He's having a standard Night March turn 1, playing out half of his deck here. Deciding
he needs to get that Gallade.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Trying to get that Maxie's out. And drop, but the Gallade is the biggest change in this matchup. And
right. So Gallade allows you to rearrange the top cards of the deck, correct?
Correct,
yes.
And it's a fighting type.
Yes, and that is really good against Darkrai because it's going to knock it out in one hit if it ever comes into play. And the way Jay is going to get that into play is by playing Maxies with no cards in his hand and with having Gallade in the discard. So it's a little bit of a difficult trick to pull off, but it looks like he's about to discard the Gallade, so that's step 1.
I think that was a Via Seeker.
And is Maxies already in the discard there? I mean, we jumped in a little...
Well,
but I can't really tell.
Got a compressor there, so he can do that. I just don't know what the third card there was, but it's looking possible.
That's pretty much the ideal turn 1.
Yep.
Because also, when he does get to put Gallade straight to the bench from the card by playing Maxies, he gets to draw up to 5 cards. So he gets to refresh his hand. So yeah, here goes the Maxies. Lampin in the discard. He's checking through his deck, see what he has prize. Another Lampent. That's going to be it for that Battle Compressor.
I think that Night March is highly favored in this matchup. It puts Miguel at a very tough spot. If this Gallade comes out,
yeah, the last
scary.
card was a VS Seeker, and he does get that Maxie's turn 1. Wow, he's got to be so happy about that.
You may see a quick game with that, unfortunately.
Right, and Miguel definitely does not look pleased. And why would he be? It's not what he wants to see. Well, Jay's making it look easy to get turn 1 Gallade here.
Oh, and he just... He's got the escape rope there. I'm guessing that'll be put on top just to get Gallade active or the Joltik.
What is going on here?
He's rearranging the top 5.
Oh yeah, it's using Gallade's ability, yes.
The thing is we couldn't see what he did.
Right.
But I'm thinking that he would want to get back with the escape rope, but that option might be different if it's a Shaman or...
I mean, it's going to be... This Pumpkaboo is probably not being knocked out this turn by Miguel, so it doesn't really matter who's in the active right now. He has Dowsing Machine in his hand? Is that Dowsing Machine? Yeah. So he can get any supporter that he's already discarded for next turn from his discard with Dowsing Machine. Yeah, an interesting thing about Expanded today is if you are used to watching Standard, Ace specs are back for Expanded. So that's always fun.
And
really adds consistency to any deck.
It is. Did you say he was playing a Dowsing Machine?
Yeah, Jay has a Dowsing Machine in his hand, yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw Jay testing yesterday, and he had Life Dew in his deck, so he made a change.
Yeah, he definitely must have made a last-minute change there. But I like the Dowsing Machine over the Life Dew, just for consistency and getting that turn 1 Maxies. I mean, it unfolded very well for him this game, but having the Dowsing Machine gives him that, like, extra ability to discard 2 cards from his hand and get down to 0 to play Maxis, get the Maxis in the discard, get the Gallade in the discard. So it's just better for consistency overall than Life Do, so I like that change. He also has another double colorless in his hand.
Jay does?
Yeah.
Well, Jay's got the escape rope too, so...
Yeah, he really has everything.
Miguel really has no choice, but if he does escape rope, if that's what he did, Hoopa's the only one that could survive.
Right.
At the moment.
Yes, all Miguel has to do to activate Gallade one-shotting Darkrai is play a supporter. Right, so it does 70 more damage if he plays a supporter. And of course he's going to play a supporter. Because there's no way.
Okay, the parallel's coming down.
Yeah. Is he going
the
to parallel
direction's
himself?
tough right now because he could get rid of a Shaman.
He could get rid of the Shaman and the Hoopa.
But he could disrupt too. So.
Right, so he decides to go with the disruption. I mean, that's going to prevent Jay from benching any more Shaman, yeah. Drawing too much more.
Well, Jay seemed to have everything he needed in his hand, and he does not have that anymore. And that's the power of N now, right?
Right.
It's game-changing, even as early as turn 1.
Definitely. A turn 1 N can be very disruptive. Well, he finds the DC.
I see a float stone and a DC.
Yeah, so this hand is actually a little bit better. I think that's a VS Seeker as well. But I'm not sure what other supporters in the discard. I think there's a Sycamore in there.
Miguel has an escape rope.
Yes.
I'm sure he's considering that right now.
It's unfortunate for Miguel, though, because if he does escape rope and promote Hoopa, what is the game plan for him in the long term? He can't avoid that Gallade forever.
He needs to get out the old Darkrai's so he can hit the bench as well.
The Night Spear
taking
Darkrai,
2 prizes, it's the only way for him to swing this matchup.
Right. He could knock out a Pumpkaboo in the active and a Joltik on the bench simultaneously.
Correct. Does he play Baby Evital?
He does. He does play 1.
Okay, so
yeah, so
that's
he could also use
fair
that.
trade as well, right?
Definitely. If he can find that Evital. All he does is attach an energy and pass, though, so that's not really the explosive start that Speed Dark is often looking for. Like, we're not seeing a turn 1 Night Spear here, and that can actually happen. You know, with things like Dark Patch in the format.
Absolutely.
So that's got to be a little disappointing for Miguel. And Jay grabs an N off of the trainer's mail.
Well, we know Jay's got the knockout here.
Right. That is just brutal.
And Miguel's going to have to answer this one quickly.
Yeah, very quickly. It replaces the parallel with a Dimension Valley. So now he can attach Floatstone, attach DC. Very clear-cut turn here. Just take the knockout on the Darkrai. N is going to be Miguel's best friend after this, during this game. He's going to have to hope that he's going to end Jay into a dead hand for basically the rest of the game in order to come back.
Yeah, this is not an ideal start for Miguel. It is for Jacob.
Plays another trainer's mail.
Night March is probably one of the heaviest trainer decks maybe in the format, and his seems to be even more as it's built to get the maxis, as you saw. A turn 1 maxis is difficult in any deck.
Right, he wants to have a lot of those trainers that he can just burn out of his hand so he can play them down at almost any point during the game. So tools, battle compressors, trainer's mail, anything that can be easily discarded.
They do say that Night March is the most consistent deck. It's very uncommon for it to draw dead. It's so trainer based. It'll draw dead under trainer lock or item lock. But it is probably the most consistent deck that you'll see here today.
Right. That's why Toad has usually been a problem historically for Night March.
Yes.
So we may see some of that today too to kind of counter this deck. He also has a Twins in his hand, so if at any point Miguel does take a knockout and Jay has access to a VS Seeker for that Twins, he'll be able to get any 2 cards.
Miguel's going to have to explode to get rid of this Gallade. I don't see any way for Gallade not to get 4 prizes in this turn here. So,
I agree.
Well, not this turn, but before it goes down.
In the next 2 turns, yeah. Oh, and Jay pulls 2 puzzles off of his prizes. Just like that.
Score!
Things not looking too great here.
He has a dowsing. He has an AZ. I can't see everything in there. He needs to get the patches going.
I think he might be dowsing for N. Discards a AZ and a Lysandre. Oh, he's going for an Ultra Ball. Alright. And discard the Jirachi. I'm not sure what the last card is. Probably getting a Shaman, I would have to imagine.
Maybe a Baby Evital.
The last card must be a Sycamore, then, in that case, if he goes for the Evital.
Baby Evital is the one card in there that Gallade can't one-shot.
Right.
It has resistance, so Gallade is stuck at 110.
It looks like I didn't even see the Evital in the deck.
I wasn't really...
It'd be unfortunate if it was prized, but he just quickly flipped through the deck, and I did not see the Evital. And I think going for Shaman's an interesting choice when he could have just dowsing for a supporter, so you gotta think that he was probably looking for the Evital and didn't find it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Hoopa survives and Baby Evital.
Right, so I still don't see that last card there. Oh, it is a Juniper. He's in a rough spot, but I see 2 Elixir there. So he could possibly go off and get a Night Spear going right now.
No,
if
it's not going to be a Night Spear because he's promoted. He promoted the Night Spear. So
right. So Dark Pulse actually.
It's Night Spear's his only way to win this game.
Yeah. How much HP does Gallade have?
150, I believe. 150.
Okay, so yeah, if he hits both of these Elixir, then he's maxing out at 100 damage from Darkrai, right? So that's still not enough to knock out Gallade with Dark Pulse.
Yeah, he's not one-shotting Gallade.
Right. He did manage to succeed with both Elixir, though, so at least that's something. It gives him a little bit of a board presence more than he had in the first turn, so.
Well, I think that his way back is you're going to see the power of N, right?
Right, exactly.
Miguel needs to get an N set up for next turn. He knows that he's going to lose a Darkrai here. If he attacks, unless he can pull a knockoff, I don't...
Man. I might have even considered ending in that case.
I would prepare to make sure I had an end for next turn.
Right,
that would be ideal, I think.
I mean, like, what is he really... Oh, he's reading the cards. So, yeah, he's a newer player. But I think he could have VS Seeker for the end, knocked Jay's hand down to 4 cards this turn, and he would have drawn 6. So it's just, there's not really too much he can find here that is going to deal with this Gallade anyway. So he might as well have cut Jay's resources.
Well, what I believe is his option here is to damage Gallade.
Right.
Next turn.
Basically sacrificing this Darkrai.
Next turn, start Night Spearing following an N and try to take multiple, see if you can finish the game with him drawing dead, which is very difficult with Night March, like I said earlier.
Yeah, the other option is just retreating into the Hoopa, ending Jay to 4, hoping Jay doesn't draw a Lysandre off of those 5 cards that he's going to get to knock out the Darkrai. But that's pretty risky, so he might as well take the damage while he can.
Yeah, if you do that, you risk that Gallade.
That's kind of like an all or nothing
taking
play.
all 6 prizes. Yeah. But he's got the Night Spear set up for the following turn.
Right. So he's gonna Tool Scrapper that Float Stone.
If he could get a Night Spear now and take that Joltik out, that would not be a bad thing at all.
Right. So I'm not sure why he could have Max Elixir to that other Darkrai.
That was earlier, though. I don't think he was planning on getting that many energies that turn.
It's possible.
After that turn 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Right.
He is short. So he's at 120?
Yep. Yeah, one more energy would have done it there. See, and that is where that baby Evital, that non-EX Evital would have come in handy. It could have damaged Gallade for 30 while putting up that non-EX wall. But instead he kind of has to do this job with Darkrai because I feel like it's surprised, unfortunately.
Yeah, you got a quick look in there. I was looking at Jay when he was doing his deck search.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm guessing Gallade's gonna go down. So if Joltik can take his last 2 prizes, that's what he's setting up for, and he's gonna set up to make sure if he gets end.
Yes,
his
then he still has the
better.
knockout. Yeah.
Anything that's not needed is going to be in that discard this turn. I promise
Right.
you that. Yep.
And Miguel does not play Karen in his deck, so those Pokemon in the discard are going to be there for the rest of the game. There's nothing Miguel can do about the Night March damage stacking up against him.
Miguel does play a town map.
Right.
If he can get that into play, he could get the baby Evital out.
It's a little bit of a moot point at this point in the game. He could take a knockout on the Joltik with it, maybe force the 7th prize for Jay. That could come in useful, but its main use is pretty much past now.
Baby Evital does knock out all the Night Marchers, though, because of weakness, right?
Right,
so
and Pumpkaboo, yeah. Weakness to Dark.
I feel if he can buy a turn with an N after this, that's his only out.
The Evital.
And then knock something out with Baby Evital and force the 7 prize.
Right, exactly. He's going to get Fighting Fury Belt and Oranguru back.
Oh, so he's preparing for N.
Oranguru is pretty interesting.
He's preparing for N.
Yeah. So that's now, that really secures Jay's board and hand against an N, because when he gets N to 1 or 2 later in the game, he'll be able to draw up to 3 using Oranguru's ability once per turn.
And the Fighting Fury Belt will survive the Night Spear, so a 2 prize swing here for Miguel is not going to happen, right?
Yeah. In 50 minutes, there's a consideration for ending this game and going to the next game and hoping that Jay doesn't get such an explosive start. But I guess Miguel might still think he has an out to win this game.
But Jay's taking no chances, as you can see. He's going through everything. And you know, that's why Jay's the caliber of player he is. He's the best player Canada has right now in the standings, and he's up there in the Worlds.
Definitely.
Did he just hex Maniac?
He did. I think he did, yeah.
He did.
Not really sure why. I mean, both of Miguel's Shamans are on the board already. I mean, I guess this makes it so that Miguel can't retrieve for free with Darkrai's ability.
Okay, so he did not end, but he will take a 2 prize swing here.
Yes, this is pretty good.
I believe.
It's unfortunate that he missed that end.
Did he have access? Did you see his hand?
I did not. He's got it pretty well covered up there.
I believe Jay had teammates in his hand still.
He does, yeah. He does have teammates. I don't know how many. Okay, so how many are in the discard? We got. Wait, was that? I don't know if that was 160 or 180.
You're counting now.
Yeah.
But he's also got the resistance.
Yes. Yeah, it's not quite enough.
Jay has 1 floatstone in a discard. I'm not sure if there was. Okay, so he's got the DC. Where does it? Oh.
He only plays 1 floatstone, so this is not leaving the active.
So he's essentially got a hit for 200 now.
Right, which is pretty tough. So perhaps we spoke too soon. Maybe Miguel can come back in this game.
He would like just a Lysander.
Yeah.
That would make life
Those
easier.
Shaman are sitting ducks. Yeah, he would have the win with Lysandre.
There's the Via Seeker.
Yep.
So that's game.
Yeah, game.
And we will go to game 2.
Yeah, Miguel had a great turn there with that double knockout for 2 prizes, but it just wasn't really enough. Jay's start was too explosive.
Jay's turn 1 was ideal.
Yeah, exactly.
I think like no matter who was on the other side of that, it was not a good situation.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, especially being the Darkrai deck, being weak to the Gallade. I mean, Gallade against turn 1 against any deck is devastating because of the hand control it's going to bring, but then there's the double threat of the knockout for just a DC without having to get a ton of Night Marchers in the discard.
100% agree. I felt for Miguel there. It's the last thing you want to see is a Gallade come up first turn and, you know, in his baby Evital's prize, not much went his way. So hopefully Miguel can have a better turn 1. He had a slow start and Jay had a fast one.
He gets to go first this time.
That's right.
So he gets that extra turn of attachments, elixirs, dark patch. I didn't even see him play a dark patch in that game.
I seen him holding one though,
didn't
I?
Yeah, he just didn't ever get to play one. Yeah, because Darkrai can have an equally explosive start, right? They can get that turn 1, turn 2 Night Spear.
It can, and it puts Jacob in a tough spot because Jacob can't put Joltix on the bench.
Right. Without a Fighting Fury belt.
That's Miguel's only way around this is to take multiple prizes per turn.
Yeah.
That's or have Lesage not draw well. But Mr. Lesage is not known to draw dead very often.
Right. So both
just
players
my guess
setting
that
up,
Miguel's going first.
Right, yeah. Miguel would definitely choose to go first in the situation. He started Darkrai. I think Jay, I might have missed it, started Joltik. All right, here we go. Jay is hoping for a repeat performance of last game, of course. So, what do we have here in Miguel's hand? A Dart.
I see an Elixir, which is
it
not
doesn't
doing
really help
anything
him.
for him.
Nothing on the bench. So can't play that. We got a Battle Compressor. He might have a VS Seeker. It's hard to see. Doing that deck check.
He's got the baby Evital. I just saw it.
Yes, it's in the deck this game. He also plays Silent Lab, I saw in there, which
could be a big turn 1.
Exactly. Yeah. If he gets a Silent Lab out and Jay doesn't find a counter stadium, that's going to prevent him from playing Shaman and setting up. Yeah, so he must have a VS Seeker because he goes for a Juniper.
Did you say he had a Silent Lab in his hand?
In the deck.
In the deck, okay.
Yeah, so if he finds it with this Juniper.
But it locks his Darkrai as well, but...
Yeah. He might be willing to deal with that, though. I mean, ideally, he would get Silent Lab, he would get a bench Pokemon, he would Elixir to it, he would retreat the Darkrai for the other Darkrai, play the Silent Lab.
Absolutely.
That would be kind of, maybe his ideal scenario.
He looked a little upset about losing that Elixir, but he's got a speed. He needs speed here, yeah.
He's got an Ultra Ball. He's got some Darks in the discard.
It's a parallel.
Dark Patch. Yeah, the parallel. Also not a bad stadium, turn 1. Goes for discarding the other Ultra Ball. I think he feels he has too many Dark in the discard already. He has 2 more in his hand.
Could be it.
But he has no other supporter, so he might go for a Shaman here.
Or a Hoopa.
Hoopa, yes. Hoopa gets Shaman, another Darkrai. Seems a little depressed about this series.
Yeah, he didn't look too happy, and he only took 2, and Hoopa allows you to grab 3 EXs.
Right. It's
so
usually
I'm
a good
curious
idea.
if he's got bad prizes. I'm not sure.
He's got to have another Darkrai in there. Oh, he already has 3, but it's usually a good idea to take 3 just because it thins your deck.
So he's paralleling Jay, which is...
And the last
realistically, people use it on themselves to get rid of their shamans out of
exactly.
play. But in this matchup, everyone's a shaman to Gallade,
that's
right?
very true.
So I guess it's not that big of a deal. You might as well disrupt your opponent instead.
Yeah, I mean, if they're gonna knock something out, they're gonna do it.
Night March,
Yeah.
yes. The Fighting Fury is difficult. That gives Darkrai 220 HP, which is
That's pretty.
it's well, not for
nothing
Gallade,
to laugh at,
but
yeah.
that's gonna hold Night Marchers from one shots, but it's not
Definitely.
gonna hold Gallade.
Right. Goes for the dowsing machine. He has a very slow turn 1 again. No elixir that I see in his hand, and no dark patch.
What are the odds that Jay gets a turn 1 Gallade again?
I honestly don't know, but they can't be that good.
If Jay gets a turn 1 Gallade again, this might be the most downloaded Night March list, right?
Right, yeah. Definitely. That would be impressive. It looks like he has kind of the stuff in his hand to do it. He has all playable cards. He has an Ultra Ball. He has a Shaman. It's not impossible for Jay to pull it off right now.
He got 1 energy attachment.
You got a Lampin for the Ultra
It's
Ball.
not ideal.
No, exactly. He's been starting off with one energy. 2 lamp. Is that 2 Lampins?
2 Lampins, but don't forget the parallels in play. So
Right. That's very true.
he's limited
Very
in
true.
shamans and other drops. So
Right, see, and if he wants to get Gallade, he has to save a spot for that too, right? So that means he could only bench 2.
absolutely,
Which is pretty
That would-
awkward.
That would be very heartbreaking to
Yeah.
get it with no bench spots.
Oh my gosh, it would.
So Jay's doing a deck search again. I gotta think he's going for it again. Like the Gallade kind of turns this matchup into an auto win almost.
Right.
But it's not as easy as he made it look the first time.
Right. He's got the
see a
Shaman, the
I
VS
see
Seeker,
a
and an
VS Seeker.
AZ, so he might not go for it because since he's gonna have to find another Ultra Ball to get rid of
He's
the AZ.
got the compressor.
Got a DC, another Lampin. Yeah, it's not gonna happen for Jay this time. This turn is actually kind of awkward. He doesn't have a playable supporter. Oh, he has a VS Seeker, so
He has a
can
VS Seeker,
he
yeah.
can battle compressor for a supporter.
He's got a Rangaroo. He's got another Punkaboo, I think. I don't know if it was 2 VS
It's
Seekers
an
in his hand.
Orangaroo, a VS Seeker, an AZ, a DCE, and a Fighting Fury belt.
But as I said before too, like Night March drawing dead is very, very uncommon, and you see this right now.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
Jay
this-
goes through his whole deck, and
Definitely.
you look at the Speed Dark. Miguel attached an energy and
Right.
played a supporter, right?
Yeah. Yeah, nothing very impressive from Miguel, but he still has the potential to pop off on turn 2.
That's right. Miguel had a very explosive turn 2 last time.
Yeah.
I was
Could happen
hoping
again.
to see him having an explosive turn 1 this game. But I believe he's going to survive this
Yeah,
turn.
right.
And and we're going to have a game.
If Jay
right?
pulls off this knockout, that would be something else. Doesn't really look like it's going to happen. VS Seeker for the Sycamore.
He's got
Dump that
more Night
third
Marchers
Lampin.
in there.
Yeah.
Is that 5 in there?
Yes, so
Yep.
that's 100. No, not 100. It's 10 each, right? 20 each.
Nope,
Yeah,
20 each.
Yeah,
So
I was
yeah,
right.
he's at 100.
Yeah, that's crazy. Only 5 in the discard to do
Only
100
5,
damage.
you're right.
That's a powerful attack.
But as it stands right now, like we said,
Right.
Darkrai's got 220 HP.
Yeah.
So
Still gonna need 120 more, but
it would be nice if he could. Well, no, I'm not thinking right. It's been so
Telling
long
that.
since I played Night March. He knocks
Yeah.
out Night March, the next Night March stronger, right?
Right, exactly.
So, and then he
Yeah.
gets a knockout.
definitely. If you knock out 2 at once, that's 40 more damage you're adding.
Yeah.
His prizes don't
Uh,
seem very significant.
He's
Nothing
debating
that he
putting
really
down
needs.
a Tauros that we did not see last game.
Right. And another Shaman. Gotta wonder what he's looking for here. He picked up the Maxis.
It looks like he threw the towel in on
Right.
Maxie's.
Yeah.
And
He filled up the bench.
I don't even know.
He could pull it off later
It
in
might
the game.
be. Yeah.
With the use of Oranguru, it actually seems more likely than maybe other
People
builds
got-
without Oranguru to get Maxis later. Because usually when Night March doesn't get in the beginning, like you said, they kind of give up on it. But this way he can, he has more chances
You
later
could
in
be
the game.
right. He needs. He's not getting it out until Miguel starts
Right.
knocking things out because
Yeah.
there's no bench, and
For sure.
unless another parallel comes down.
It could come out in a surprise one-turn move, though. Gallade, get it in the active, knock out the Darkrai.
Absolutely.
It's always that potential, especially if like he ends up having a low hand size.
Well, here we have a game this time.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
No turn one knockout for Jay.
Now, a Night Spear here would be ideal.
Definitely. Night Sphere is just such a good attack. He's thinking about what attaching to the Dark Pulse Darkrai though. He wants to make sure he takes a knockout almost no matter what, because he's going to be trading very unfavorably with
Yes.
this deck. So if he misses a knockout here, it's going to put him way too far behind. He could.
He's
He
got
could
the
have,
dowsing in
but
his
yeah,
hand.
he could have attached to the other Darkrai.
Well, I
Dowsing
know-
for the Max Elixir. Max Elixir.
Yeah, we know he had the Max
Jirachi
Elixir.
for the Juniper. Juniper into a Dark Patch, that's your Night Spear.
The thing is the Fury Belt is on the bench Joltik.
Right.
But
so-
even if you
right.
hit it for 30 and next turn he can come
Set
into
it up.
his... Was it a Starling Megaphone or a Tool Scrapper?
Tool
He did
Scrapper.
carry something.
Yeah, he
so-
had a Tool Scrapper.
Yeah, you can take a knockout with an item card, which would be...
Right, just playing the Tool Scrapper would knock out the Joltik.
That's right, and the prize trade gets better. Even if he can get this Night Spear, it would be great, but I don't think he's going that route. But
Yeah, it doesn't
he knows
seem
what
like
he's
it.
doing.
Yeah.
Or he doesn't... You know what? To
See,
be honest, getting a Night Spear this turn would be very difficult. So I think he's just
I honestly
looking to
don't
take
even
the
think it would
knockout.
be that hard, because look, here's 2 energy. All he needs
Two
to do,
energy.
Sycamore or Juniper
He needs
into a
a
Dark
patch
Patch. Yeah, or another
or
Elixir,
an
which he has
Elixir.
3 more Elixir in deck and 4 Dark Patch.
But it's more
So-
risky. It is a little...
A little more
A
risky,
little more
but
risky.
The payoff is just much higher. So I
agree.
I would have liked to see the Night Spear play. We'll see what he draws. Hindsight will be 2020.
Let's see if Nicolina would be...
Let's
if
see
you
if
would
we
have
got
failed
the
if
big
you were
money
playing.
plays. Yeah. I like to risk it.
Here we go,
like
here
to
we
just
go.
go for the big plays.
Does he hit a
I
Dark Patch
can't
or an
see.
Elixir?
You got an Elixir.
Did he?
Yeah, I think you got a Dark Patch too. So yeah, you did. You got a Dark Patch and an Elixir. It's just very likely. It was very likely to draw at this point. Yeah.
I bow
And
to
he hit
you,
it. There-
Nicolina.
Yeah,
I
there's
bow
the
to
Night
you.
Spear. Yeah.
That would be,
Yeah.
but it was a risky play.
Yeah. I guess it saves. One thing it does is saves this Night Spear Darkrai for later. I guess he can. I don't know.
He's got the Dark Patch too.
Yeah. See, 2. He can still get the Night Spear.
Oh, do it
I
then,
only
do it.
saw 1. He can still get the Night Spear despite attaching to the wrong. I say wrong loosely, but Darkrai.
Now, what's his choice? Who does he bring up?
He goes unpunished for that attachment.
Yeah. Does he bring up? I'm
He's
curious
thinking about it.
who his attacker is gonna be.
Oh God, I would like
I
to see
want
the
him
Night
to do
Spear.
it differently, but
Yeah.
he knows his deck, right? He's
Right.
thinking about it too.
The reason I like the Night Spear is because the Dark Pulse is going to be able to one-shot Shaman later.
he's got a Fury
It's going to be
Belt.
able to, yeah.
He's got a Fury Belt.
It's going to be much harder. Okay, he's going to go with it.
He's gonna have to.
Good,
Jay
good.
has to get Gallade out to get a one
Yes,
shot on.
this is much better. I'm definitely
I
glad
like
he went
this
with this play. Yeah.
I like this play.
I'm glad he
Nicolina
got
called
bailed
it.
out.
Nicolina called it much
Glad
earlier.
he got bailed out. Glad he decided to go with this one. Yeah, and he's going to go.
That's
dirty
right.
on the
So he
Joltik
knows
for
that
sure.
later the Tool Scrapper
Yep.
will give him a free prize.
Exactly. Perfect.
2 DCs.
Ooh, this hand is rough for
Puzzle.
Jay. 2 DCs, 1 puzzle. What looks like either a Lysandre.
Stadium? Is that another Dimension Valley?
Maybe. I think he also has an Ultra Ball too. Okay, so that Ultra Ball. is going to have to carry him here. Oh, he has to discard a DCE.
He's got special charge, I believe. I saw it last game.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I don't know what his puzzle counts right now, but he's also got puzzles. So
Right. So it's not as much of a game killer to discard DC as it used to be with Night March.
Yes.
It used to be a really bad move.
You would end up sky returning, trying to get your last two prizes.
God,
right?
that was horrible. That was back when I played Night March.
Oh, when you play one puzzle, you know you don't got the best of hands,
yeah.
right?
He's gonna put that shaman on top.
It was the shaman?
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah.
I didn't even
see
it
that
coming.
I
was
thought
paying
that was a
attention to those
Lysandre,
DCs.
and it because of its. Wow, I can't believe he got that. That is insane.
Good job, Jay. That was good.
No.
But he doesn't have. He's not
No, he
attacking
can't
this
attack
turn
with
because he's
it.
already attached,
Yeah.
and he's not getting the knockout on Darkrai.
No.
That's actually
Miguel.
good news for Miguel because Dark Pulse could get a
knock out
knockout.
the Gallade,
He
yeah.
could get it. What is he at right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
14. So he needs one more or a Fighting Fury belt.
No, he's got knockout right now.
Right, 2?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
14. It's
6,
140.
7, 140 with the Fighting Fury. Oh, he
But
needs
he
a
doesn't
Fighting
have a
Fury
belt.
on
Yeah.
that. That's right.
See.
But
One more
he's got-
energy or another belt.
Wow, that would be a very big play if he Lysander,
Yeah.
Tool Scrap Joltik,
Oh, that would be
and Miguel could be in this game, which
Yeah.
looked impossible game 1.
right.
This is
Pretty,
exciting.
Yeah, pretty intense back and forth here in this series. Pretty good start to the day. Premonition, is that what that's called?
Yes.
Okay.
And you look at the top
Yep.
5, and you just
Rearrange
put
them.
them in order any way you like.
I gotta guess he wants that DC near
People
the
forget
top.
it a lot.
Yeah.
Once it's out, you
Right,
use it a couple
yeah.
times. It's very often to have people forget it.
Definitely.
All right.
But this is a regional championship. Jay is not going to forget to use the ability.
That's right. And Jay is a high caliber player. This turn right here for Miguel, I think will be game changing.
Right.
I think this is
He has a real
this
opportunity to take control.
very big opportunity. I would like to know
the energy.
if the Tool Scrapper is prized or not. He's got the energy. He just needs the Lysander.
Yeah, but I don't think he has it in his hand, and he's already played Jirachi, so...
I would.
I think spreading out the energy a little bit more than that is probably a good idea.
If he has another,
But I guess it allows
if he
him
has
to nice
another
here.
belt, a good play in this would be a Sky Return with a Fighting Fury on it.
Yeah.
And if he can't pull a knockout, because he's
Yeah.
not getting anything on the bench, 30's not enough.
He has Lily, so no Lysandre. That's
Oh.
unfortunate. But he could get the Tool Scrapper. He got the Tool Scrapper, so he's just going to knock out the active right now and force Jay to bring something else into the active before he... There we go.
Okay, so and he got it off of Tauros too, so there's no like Tauros stall or
Right.
promote to see who you're going to attack with.
Yeah. He sends up Oranguru.
I think that he's got to promote Gallade. It's his only
Yeah.
attacker right now, unless he wants to go ahead with Tauros. But I
Right,
believe
and he has no other way to retreat, does he?
well, the Floatstone was scrapped as well.
Yeah,
I think he has to put Gallade up.
yeah.
But don't
he
forget.
plays an escape rope. I'm not sure if he's played it
Oh,
yet.
he does.
And he also has dowsing for the floatstone back, puzzles for the floatstone back. So he must have a way.
Well, I don't think he wants to take this with Gallade, even if he could.
Yeah.
He wants. Right.
Tauros, maybe?
He gets rid of 3 energies, so Dark Pulse wouldn't knock it out in return unless Miguel. Oh wait, did
Yeah.
Jay pass?
It's not Jay's turn yet, is it?
Jay. Oh yeah. What am I
Yeah.
saying? Because of the Tool Scrapper. That was
Right,
all
yeah.
just him promoting. I got caught up there.
Yeah, it's all good. So he has the Silent Lab. Miguel has Silent Lab in his hand, so he could stop Gallade's ability with that.
Nope.
And Oranguru's
Only
ability,
basic.
right? Basics?
Gallade's-
Oh, Gallade.
Yeah.
Even though he's on the
Yes.
bench as a
Yep.
basic, it's not actually a basic. So he would only stop Oranguru's ability. But that's still significant because Gallade's ability doesn't actually draw you cards. It just makes you
Correct.
allows you to rearrange
Just
them.
rearranges.
And that Oranguru is kind of stuck there at this point.
So he's
I might have liked to
deciding-
see the Silent Lab come down though, just to stop him from drawing.
I'm not sure why he didn't put it on Gallade. he has a
Right.
plan. He's obviously. Don't get me wrong. Like, if Miguel takes EXs, the prize trade is much better.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what he's going for here.
Yeah. It's unfortunate that he can't knock out. He's never going to be able to knock out both Shaman and take 4 prizes. That's never going to happen.
But if the opportunity arises,
Right.
that helps him a lot because
Yeah.
the prize trade is not favorable for him as you.
So 1 Shaman is going to have to be 2 of his prizes at least. So here's the escape rope from Jay. Yeah, gosh, and Jay has double puzzles, so he's going to be able to get his hand down to less than 3, so he can use the Rangaroo's ability. So that Silent Lab would have.
I think that he
stopped
wants a fresh Darkrai promoted.
Definitely. I mean, Miguel's not going
And
to
Miguel,
give that to him, though.
that's the best move, right?
Yeah, he's not going to give him another Darkrai. You gotta think.
No, I'm just saying. I look to Jacob to take the Dark Pulse out, and then I believe that.
He has the Lissandra, so it doesn't really matter what Miguel promotes here because Jay is going to be able to do whatever he wants. But it wouldn't help him. He doesn't have the rest of the knockout. He doesn't have the DC.
He's giving him.
Giving him the Shaman.
Maybe he doesn't have a way
to retreat it, but
no,
any dark would do it.
Yeah,
any dark,
and that helps attacks too. So I'm not sure he knows what he's doing.
No, he doesn't. I mean, Jay doesn't have a Night Marcher, right? So
does Jay put Blade up? No, he's gonna put Toro.
Jay's in a tough spot.
Oh, he's.
This is a very.
You said he's got 2 puzzles though.
Yeah, he does have 2 puzzles in hand. He has 2 puzzles, a Lissandre, something else not that useful.
Not sure what he's asking.
Me either. Wow, and this round is actually running out of time pretty quickly here.
You're right.
Wow.
You're right, and Jay is not taking a prize yet.
No. See, he played the puzzles of time for the DCE, so... But he can't retreat this... Oh, he gets 2 cards back, so he gets the Float Stone, the DCE, and he can Lissandra up the Darkrai and knock it out, right?
I think that's... I think that's ideal, and his Night Marchers can finish off the other Darkrai's if he wanted to.
But he goes for the belt.
Oh, does the belt and a DCE knock one of them out? The math on either one of them? That's only 70 damage, but that one has... I can't...
It has 120.
It's not that one.
That's 190.
Tool Scriber.
So yeah, there's the Orangaroo ability, which could have been stopped by the Silent Lab, because Jay did not have a counter stadium. Yeah. Order of operations. Definitely should play the Trainer's Mail first, I think.
Shaman and Trainer's Mail would actually go deeper into your deck, if you think about it, right?
That's true, so Shaman first. God, see, that Orangaroo ability, which he would not have been able to use had Miguel played the Silent Lab, is really giving him this entire turn.
It's good.
So I just really wish Miguel would have stopped that from happening. He's got the special charge in his hand, dowsing.
Can't see everything.
DC.
He's gonna get them in now. You only get 2 in there, so as soon as there's 2 in the discard, it's always worth getting it out of your hand, and then you don't draw into it.
Right, that makes sense.
Draw into your DCs.
Yeah, that's definitely better.
Maybe he's looking to hit this, and will force Miguel to attack into Toros.
Right.
And then he can tool scrap like Miguel did to Jacob.
Yeah, that's very true. And that
for the knockout, and then knock something else out.
Yes. The tool scrapper play is pretty interesting.
I'm just worried for Jay that this could get one shot by Dark Pulse with a... I don't know what kind of resources Miguel has left. Right now, Dark Pulse is hitting for what? 1, 2...
190.
190.
Yeah.
So 1 energy.
Yeah, he's got it.
Tauros is 170 or 180? I don't have a
180.
picture. Is it 180?
Yeah.
Okay. So he still needs an energy.
No, it should be dead, right?
No, you said he was at 190, right?
Right. So
and he
he has fighting
attached to
3 belt.
210.
Yes, you're right.
So he would.
He's
yeah.
one more, yeah.
Okay. He does not want to hit into
Yeah. No, apparently he can't
But he's
quite get
taking
the
the 2
knockout
prizes,
on the Tauros.
and with the time running down, I think
Taking
this is
3
a good.
prizes, right? Yeah.
Oh, 3. This is.
So now
I don't think this is a bad idea for Miguel.
Yeah. The only thing he's worried about now is getting N to 1.
I don't know if you could hear that, but they just called time. But I don't
no,
believe
this
that
round has started
applies
late.
to stream. Yeah. We'll be told when time's called
They have
on
5 minutes and 40 seconds left. They're not making it to a game 3 either way.
this. No.
So
And I don't think Jay has enough time to win this game.
Yeah, so he has to either stall out
He needs to.
the clock. Yeah, he has to run out the clock,
Yes.
not stall, but the clock needs to end before Miguel gets his last prize in order for Jay to win the series. Otherwise, this looks like it's going to end in a tie.
He's definitely speeding up his play.
Maybe he thinks he can do it.
But it's funny how this game can turn around. I mean, Jay steamrolled Miguel
Right.
first game,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh my God, how does
Yeah.
Miguel win?
Right.
And now you're looking at Miguel in the driver's seat.
Right, exactly. It's kind of the opposite. The tables have turned here.
Very much so.
In this series.
Oh, that's 2 prizes.
Oh my gosh. So Jay definitely.
4 prizes.
Oh yes, 4. It's a double knockout on those dark eyes. Wow.
Oh my God.
That is very significant. Has Jay played a supporter? Can he end here?
He played teammates, didn't he? Am I wrong?
Yes, you're right.
He did
play
right?
teammates. So no end. Oh boy.
Oh my.
Oh my goodness.
As
yeah.
I'm just saying, and Miguel's got control.
But he benches the Joltik though. This makes it so Miguel could Lissandre the Joltik.
No, because
he can knock it out
it's
right
the
now.
only way for him to knock it out.
He's gonna knock it out right now.
If he can. What's he at? Can you count all
He
them
got
in
the
there?
dousing for the flowstone. I think that's probably enough.
Oh my Lord.
He just took all 6 prizes in one turn. Wrong.
Goal! Oh my
that's
God.
That's pretty loud. But
Wow, Jay.
yeah, that was pretty crazy.
I'm gonna rewatch that.
Yeah.
I'll rewatch that.
That was a crazy. With 4 minutes left on the clock, 6 prizes in one turn. We should go get him for an interview.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go grab him.
All right.
Do we have time?
Yeah, we have time. Oops. All right, just bearing with us here as we get our stream logistics figured out.
If there's enough time, we would like to get Jay up here and talk about that six prize turn.
Right, that was really crazy.
I'm
like one of the craziest turns I've seen in Pokemon.
It is the craziest.
To be honest,
That is the craziest I've seen, Nicolina.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think I've seen something crazy. I can't think of another word to describe it. Hi, we're here with Jacob Lesage, who was the winner of the last match, which we saw just like an explosive last turn. So all of you, we were all pretty shocked by that. So yeah, do you have anything to say about that last turn? Did you have that vision in your mind? Were you planning for that?
The vision slowly appeared as the game progressed. At first, when I missed the turn 1 knockout, I was like, I can finish this with Tauros later. But when he dropped the second Fury Belt and I hit the Dark Eye for 180, I was like, I'm going to clean this up with Scrapper later.
Yeah, wow, that was genius, yeah.
Thank you, I'm blushing.
Right, yeah. So what made you decide to play Night March today?
I just thought it was good. The last time I felt this confident was actually London with a deck, and that ended up really good.
Right.
So I figure if I just play the same deck, I play something I'm really comfortable with, and I build the deck really consistently, then it's going to go well for me. Well, you know, you played my Night March before, so
yeah, a little bit, yeah. Have you played Night March before, or is this your...
This is the debut.
The debut, okay, it's your first Night March. So how do you feel? You're liking the deck so far, right?
I love the deck. I hate being Karen'd, but besides that, we're good, we're good.
So what matchup are you most afraid of facing today?
Any Decidueye. Like, Vileplume is just the bane of my existence, and if I run into that, I really don't have many options to deal with it. But everything else is pretty good.
What about Toad?
Toad? Nah, we can beat that.
You can beat that?
We got tricks.
All right. Well, is there any? I noticed you have an Oranguru in your deck, so what was the thinking behind including that?
Okay, so this is Connor Fitton's little like ploy. Like it was like a plush toy basically. He put it in the deck. We were testing it out, and I realized I didn't like it at first. But then I was getting end late in the game, and I was losing a lot. So the Oranguru just helps you versus that, and it's just so cute. How can you not play it?
It's definitely adorable for sure. And it's a good tech choice. So are there any shout outs you'd like to give?
Yeah, shout outs to my family. Shout outs to Team Bank, Zach, Dakota, Kyle, the whole squad, Greenberg. It's just amazing. And shout outs to everyone in Canada who made the event possible, and to the stream commentators. It was fantastic.
Awesome. Yeah, no, crazy game. We were lucky to be able to commentate that for our first round.
I'm glad it got caught on camera.
Yeah, me too. So anyways, congratulations on your win.
Thank you so much.
Good luck on the rest of the day.
Sweet.